3 things you must know before you buy a home in Hudson Beach. Number 1, you must know that every canal is different. Every canal has its own little quirks and its own little world. There are 3 marked channels in Hudson that are marked and maintained by the Coast Guard and the Corps of Engineers. They are Sea Pines, Main Channel, Hudson Beach, and then the Leisure Beach Channel. The Hudson and Sea Pines Channel go out 3.5 miles. So you get really long, deep, predictable water when you get out there. The Leisure Beach Channel, even though it's marked and maintained by the Coast Guard, they only dug it out about a mile. It actually ends in a sandbar. And there will literally be days that when you go out to go to the Gulf, it's going to be dry in front of you and you're not going to be able to go. The other thing, like my house, is I live on a privately marked, a privately built, and a privately maintained channel. What does that mean? Well, that means it's going to be a lot shallower and it's going to be a lot thinner. And you're going to have to learn how to get back and forth to it, or you're going to knock your lower unit off. Not every boat can get into this channel. The critical thing when you're buying a house, and the biggest mistake people make when they're buying a house in Hudson Beach, is they don't know the draft of their boat and they don't communicate with an agent like me what kind of water depth they need. My first question to you is going to be, what kind of boat do you have? And that's going to dictate where I can sell you a house in Hudson Beach. The second thing you've got to know about Hudson Beach is, if you're under the illusion you're going to buy an investment home and you're going to use it as an Airbnb, forget about it. Even though Pasco County rules say you can apply for a special use permit to run an Airbnb, there's only 2 of them that are designated that way in the county. The county has put in this quirky rule that 51% of your neighbors must approve of your special use permit to have an Airbnb. You know how many times that's going to happen. And it's 51% of the number of houses, not the number of responding people. So if you're going to buy a house and you think you're going to use it as an Airbnb and later retire in it, you can't do it. If you're doing short-term, or if you're doing a long-term rental, more than 6 months, no problem at all. You can do that. If you're going to try to run an Airbnb illegally, you can do that, but eventually they're going to catch you, and when they're going to come with a bunch of warning letters and fines, and eventually you're going to have to give it up. The third mistake, or third thing people do not understand about Hudson Beach is the distance away from US 19 tells you how much extra value you have in your house. And it's kind of because of 2 reasons. Number 1, US 19 is a coastal highway running along our area. It's a 4-lane major US highway. The further west that you are, that means the closer you are to the Gulf of Mexico. Also, unfortunately, we have a decent amount of homeless populations, and homeless people migrate up and down major highways. Well, when they're in Hudson, they're along US 19. So the further you're away from US 19, the less they're going to have, because they have bicycles, they walk, and they're not going to go very far. So they're mainly concentrated right along US 19, and subdivisions like Sea Pines that are further away from US 19 have a little less homeless population. The streets of Sea Ranch, Clark, and Harbor, same kind of thing. While a street like Saltwater has a lot of homeless around it, it just varies. If this is an issue that you want to discuss, please ask me about it. My name's Greg Clesius. I'm broker-owner of Gulf Coast Fishing Homes Realty. I'm a hyper-local specialist for this area, and I'm here to tell you the truth about what real estate is and is not in our area. If you'd like to call me, my number is 813-394-4356. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to my channel. Have an amazing day. Bye now.